I'm Jacob.
And I'm Jorge. Welcome to the J&J's Lowdown. So we're going to be talking about some interesting things today. Today we're going to be talking about the new Razr phone. And we're going to be talking about how it compares to some of the other phones coming out.
Yeah,
mainly the Samsung.
Yeah, the foldable phones, yeah.
Yep. And we're also going to be talking about the new Ford electronic truck. Very interesting.
SUV, yeah.
It's an SUV?
Yeah, it's SUV. So,
well, yeah, that's going to be really good.
I'm excited, to be honest. I like SUVs.
Yeah, I can use it for the kids.
And then finally, we're going to talk about the Disney Plus first day jitters. There's some interesting mishaps that happened with it, and so we'll talk a few things about that. And just some pretty standard stuff for our Tech Tuesday.
Yeah, let's dive right on in.
Yep. So, Motorola Razr. Did you have a Razr phone?
I had a Razr phone when they first came out.
See, I had it a little bit after, but I loved my Razr phone.
Yeah, the Razr's a good phone.
Yeah, it was, super slim, that sleek case, flip it open, the distinctive keypad it had. You remember the keypad was very distinctive.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was an awesome phone.
It was. For when it came out, it was at the top notch.
Yeah, it was. It was one of the best phones on the market at the time, and they were durable, and it was a great phone. And Motorola is bringing out a new Razr. This one is foldable as well with the flat screen. The big smartphone that people are used to nowadays.
So, and talking about foldable, I mean, let's be honest. Is it foldable like a flip phone?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's an interesting mechanic that they've done, and I don't want to give away like all the details of it. You should look it up yourself, because actually how they do it is kind of technical and interesting, but it's pretty cool. The screen itself is made of plastic.
Yeah.
And so when it folds, the screen actually goes into the fold, and it folds down so that it doesn't crunch the actual screen. So
is the fold as big as the screen?
Well, when it folds down, it goes, it's like 7 inches or so, and it folds down, it's flat. Wow. So it just looks like the old Razrs of old. It's a little bit thicker, but it has that front-facing screen that, how the Motorola Razr had. Yeah, so it has that screen. You can do your notifications on there and change music and things of that nature. There's even some games they're going to be putting on that you can play on the front screen.
But it doesn't come very well equipped.
It does not, especially for the price tag of $1,500.
Ooh, $1,500.
That's not. This is so sad to say, but that's not a lot for a new phone nowadays.
No, it really isn't. It's more towards the top of the rim.
For like the foldable phones, because the Samsung phones are roughly the same price. They're foldable. And I think that the foldable technology is going to be real expensive for the time being. A lot of phones, $1,000, $1,200, $1,300. It's a pretty standard price.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, for the tech, I'm not impressed. I can't drop $1,500. We're going to talk about that. But the pre-order is actually going to start, I think, December 26th. So the day after Christmas, you can start pre-ordering this phone if it's something you feel like you really want. And then, of course, sometime in January 2020, they're going to actually release it. Yeah. So let's talk about the specs on this thing.
Yeah.
What do you think about the specs?
Well, I think they're kind of weak. To be honest with you, you look at it, it's got no SD card now.
Well, none of the foldables do.
Well, as far as the standard internal memory, it's low.
Yeah.
128 gigabytes.
And when you compare that, 512 comes with a Samsung Galaxy Foldable.
Yeah.
Which has a better battery life. Comes with, I think, 12 gigabytes of RAM, whereas the Razr only comes with 6.
Yeah. That's the 6 gigabyte of RAM. That's going back 10 years.
Oh, I wouldn't say 10, but it's going back several.
It is.
You've got to think, especially with today's technology, with the games and the apps. Look, Call of Duty Mobile.
Yeah.
Think about the difference that RAM would cause on a game like that, especially as we move forward and progress.
You certainly wouldn't get any kill streaks.
I'm thinking about that meme I sent you. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm thinking they're probably going to cause some lag in some of those kind of games,
It's going to.
And then the processor itself is the 710, whereas most new phones are running with 855.
Yeah.
That Snapdragon, that 710 to 855 is a very large difference.
I agree.
So for $1,500,
I would
not impressed. The battery itself, the Galaxy Fold, and that's the one we're comparing it to because it's the closest thing I think, because I'm a Samsung guy. So I think that's the closest thing to compare it to, especially price-wise and technology-wise.
Yeah.
And it's nowhere near, in my opinion, the Galaxy Fold. And so I think what you're paying for is style over substance.
Well, and I think you're paying for the Razr coming back.
Yeah, and a lot of people love the Razr. It was a great phone. I mean, remember the commercials where it was like flying through and cutting things as it was flying through. It was fantastic. So people are buying this. The design, of course, it harkens back to the Razrs of old. I mean, it has that flip and it has that distinctive look to it. When you open it up, the keypad that's actually on the smartphone itself is that old keypad. I mean, it's touchscreen, but it looks just like that. So you're looking at this style, and that's what they're trying to get you to buy. And I think that's kind of weak, to be honest.
I do too. Maybe they should have gone back to the drawing boards and done a little bit better of what they put on the inside.
Yeah, I think the issue is that foldable technology. They can only put it on one half of it for it to really, pick up. I mean, there's the internal workings of that. Like most phones, it's that flat, so they have that whole area to work with. Whereas with the flip phone, they've only got those halves. They're missing that piece, and the connections aren't there. They can't put that full motherboard and stuff across.
Right.
And that's what they're losing. So I think in the future, foldable phones are definitely going to get there as technology shrinks. Yep. It always does.
Oh yeah.
So $1,500. If you really want one, I mean, if you absolutely just have to have a Razr, and that's your end game. You had a Razr back in the day, and you have these crazy wistful nostalgic feelings.
Yeah.
Get it. On the other hand, if you love phones that are powerful, can play the games like Call of Duty Mobile and some of these fantastic games coming out, Project X Cloud, game streaming.
That's not going to be the phone for it.
No, you're not. I mean, it's not going to be what you need moving forward and progressing.
No.
Spend that $1,500 elsewhere.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything bad about Motorola. I love the Razr phone.
Yeah.
I would have it just for the look, but as a gamer, I can't do it.
No.
I just really can't.
Nope.
So, but that's our take on it. Take what you will. If you don't agree with us, of course, comment below. We'll be more than happy to argue with you.
Yeah, I mean, if you get some better reviews or you feel like you've got more input on it, let us know.
Yeah. I mean, if you think the tech really does come up to level, given what it is, tell us. I mean, we'll definitely, listen to any comments.
Sure.
That's what we do. But that's what we think.
Yeah.
So, and we're not like tech giants or anything.
No.
We're just two ordinary guys with not limitless money.
Right. Exactly.
So, we have to decide with what our pockets can handle.
Is this feasible to buy or is it not? No, I don't think it is.
No, not for us. Anyway.
No.
But we'll move on now. I think we've bashed the Razr hard enough.
Bless them.
Yeah, I need to take a Razr, but it's No Shave November, so I'm not doing that quite yet.
No.
I probably won't either.
Well,
I miss my beard.
It won't cost you $1,500 for that Razr.
No, I'm on Dollar Shave Club, man. No, I need to though. I've always wanted to be part of the Dollar Shave Club, but now I grow a beard, so what's the point?
There is none now.
No, I guess not. Miss my beard. I'm gonna start tearing up over here. It's terrible. Let's talk about Disney Plus for a minute. So Disney Plus came out, and this is something we didn't mention in that video, and I apologize for that. That was an oversight on my part. If you're a Verizon customer, you get the first year of Disney Plus for free. Yeah. So if you are Verizon, I think there's some limitations, but check on that. It'll tell you.
Well, that's what I did. I got it for free, and you're able to download it on multiple devices. I think it's up to 4 streaming at one time.
Yeah.
I mean, you really can't beat it, but you have got to look at what kind of TV you're running because some of the smart TVs don't automatically load the app.
Yeah, we have a hard time with our daughters. Yeah.
So,
and she's got a Roku TV, and it caused trouble on it.
Still wouldn't do it.
I think my wife finally got it going.
Yeah.
I mean, she got it on her tablet, so she just watches that and then plays games on her TV. That's just like her dad. I've got music going in a game, or I've got movies going in a game all the time. It's just my ADHD. But there were some issues. There was people who were unable to launch the service day one.
Yeah,
it's day one jitters.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
All they had to do was talk to Bethesda. Bethesda knows all about day one jitters.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they don't launch games with bugs. They launch bugs that are supposed to be games. So, but like me, I tried to stream. I was watching Star Wars. It's 4. No, it's 4. What is it they call it now? Because to me, it's always just the original Star Wars from 1970. A New Hope.
A
New Hope. That's right. They gave it a title because they needed that. Honestly, they should just call it the best one.
Yeah. The original.
Yeah, the OG. Yeah. I love A New Hope because it introduces the iconic characters.
It really does.
It's just fantastic. Terrible cinematics and the graphics. Oh my God, the graphics are so bad.
Looking back on it now.
Yeah. So, because we're doing a stream, like a movie marathon from one to the end.
Right.
Oh my God, the graphics are great, terrible, great. But so I couldn't get anything but audio.
Oh.
I don't know why it took me so long to get
Now,
that.
I've had no problems with any of the Disney Plus. I've streamed The Mandalorian. I've streamed the Runaway, which is a new Marvel series, which is pretty awesome.
The Runaways?
Yeah, need to check it out.
It's not new. It's been on Netflix for a while.
Well, it's new to me.
Oh, okay, new. Yeah,
this is the first episode.
Yeah, because it's the one where they find out they have special powers and their parents are like, and they run away from them. Yeah. So I need to watch it. But there's awesome. So many Marvel shows to watch, and that's the other thing. A lot of people are complaining because when you go on there and you go to watch a movie, it'll say not available until such and such time 2020. And the issue is the licensing between Netflix and all these other services. They can't get them.
No.
And they've had to cancel shows that were on Netflix originals that were Marvel, and they're not going to be available on Disney from what I understand. They may in the future, but they're not now. Yeah, because of contracts, because they're Netflix originals.
Yep.
And they'll maintain on Netflix originals forever. But that's the other issue when you go in to watch a movie. It says not available, and you're like, well, I really wanted to watch that.
Yeah, that's kind of a letdown. But Disney Plus altogether has been a hit.
Yeah, I mean it's 10 million subscribers or something like that. I mean it's a huge number. And the other thing people were complaining about was the widescreen on The Simpsons. It was actually cutting off the sides of it, so it's actually being broadcast again in the original aspect ratio. Outdated cultural depictions. I don't know if you watch some of the older Disney movies on there, but when you do, there's a warning. It says outdated cultural depictions because, some of their movies from back in the day were, of course you can't get Song of the South on there.
No, right.
That's one thing that I don't think will ever come back, unfortunately. I'm not going to get into the whole thing about Song of the South, but I think it's one of those things that, it needs to be one of those things that people can understand what happened. It's just like The Color Purple and movies like that explain a different time.
Right.
Look at, Gone with the Wind, huge movie, but it's got some cultural sensitive matter in there.
Right.
So I'm not saying that, Disney needs to bring it back in all its glory, but, definitely to kind of show.
Yeah.
But, some of the older movies, you'll get that outdated cultural depictions warning on there. But really, the only other thing that anybody's noticed is the search feature. Apparently, if you put in some specific bad words, it will pop up a whole bunch of movies.
Really?
Yeah. My wife actually tested it out to see if this would happen, and she put in a defamatory word for women, and a bunch of movies starring female leads popped up.
I need to try it out.
Yeah, and apparently it's being fixed. I think it was just an error in the software.
I think it's more just problems with how the anagrams run or how their, just their autofills are working.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's not one of those, sex in the leaves scenarios.
Oh, yes.
Because, the programmers some of them are just disgruntled.
Is that The Lion King?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
and there's a lot of movies have that, and it's unfortunate.
They do.
So, but, hopefully it's something Disney gets worked out. I think they will, because it's a huge service aimed at kids. And my kids love it. I love it. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched Netflix since I got it.
I haven't either.
I've been Star Warsing it up.
Yeah.
So I need to get on that. But I think Disney's going to work past this and get to where they're comfortable.
I think so.
But on next, because we talked a little bit longer about that than I thought we were going to, Ford Mustang. I know a lot of you love the Mustang. I had one, loved it, 1998 model, canary yellow.
Had an 05 white.
It's a great car. It should be a car that everybody owns. It's a fantastic car.
It's a good car.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's not. It's a good car.
But now they're making an SUV.
And it's all electric.
Yeah. It's an all electric. The Mach-E. Taking that Mach name and making an electric out of it. And apparently, so as of this video, they actually did a live stream on Sunday the 17th. But we're recording this video on Sunday, and it has not happened yet. So we're going to go with the details that were leaked. And we'll give you a link in the description below, or I'll put something in the description. Depends on
and you can check it out for yourself.
But from what the leak says, it's going to be starting as low as 43,000 and some change. Well, 44,000. We'll just put it there. And the top GT model will come out at 60,500. It's expensive, but there are perks to it.
Yeah.
The GT is faster. The top couple models are all-wheel drive as opposed to rear-wheel drive.
You're going to want an all-wheel drive if you're getting an SUV.
Yeah.
If you live somewhere where you're going to get inclement weather.
Mm-hmm. Now, with the top-end models like the GT and the limited edition, you're getting a shorter range. I think 270 or 230 for those because of the all-wheel drive and different factors. Up to 300-mile range on some of the other baser models or regular models. You get, but on the faster ones, the 0 to 60 is under 4 seconds.
That's
3 seconds,
fast.
middling 3 seconds is what it said on the website before it was taken down. That's quick.
Yeah, it is
For an SUV. That's
fast.
quick, Jinx. So for an SUV, that's fast. For an all electric, that's quick.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
it is.
You know, and the one other thing that was noticed on there that I thought was pretty cool, we talked about this with the Tesla. 10 minutes of charge time can get you up to 47 miles of range.
I mean,
That's making it home.
yeah.
You forget to charge it, you're on a road trip, you got 20 miles to home, stop at a gas station somewhere, you know, just especially if you're at a gas station like, you know, the ones that we've seen with the Tesla chargers. You just go in, get yourself something to eat, sit down, relax
a few minutes and you're home.
play on your phone for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and then you're home. I mean, 10 minins isn't that really that big a deal. No,
and if you and saying if you give 20 minutes, you're almost 100 miles. I mean, on an electric car, you're not making road trips across the country, and if you are, you're definitely stopping at many points.
And it's becoming more feasible with the chargers and stuff being available.
Right.
So I don't foresee that being an issue. I mean, think about the being able to take road trips full electric.
That'd be pretty nice.
Yeah, and I think it's going to do a lot for our carbon eco print.
Yeah, but I mean, marketability. I mean, how many people are really going to be able to afford it? How many people are really going to buy it?
But that's not what the future is about, though. The future is about if this becomes marketable.
Yeah.
Does it increase the chances of us seeing more of them being pushed out there?
Yeah, I agree. I think so.
And so, maybe they'll have a Ford Mustang that'll be a Boss 30E version. I just did that.
Boss 30E.
Boss 30E Mustang Ford. If you're listening, that's the next name for the car you're doing.
Yep. And
Mustang
you got to pay
30E.
royalties on that name.
I'll give it to them for free as long as they give me one.
You got to give two.
Now you're just asking for a lot. I came up with the name.
I don't care.
But honestly, for the price range, it's not a bad purchase.
No, really.
I just said honestly a lot, but I'm really excited.
You honestly did, but really, I mean, I would say that I'd buy it.
Really?
Yeah. If I had the money, I'd buy it.
And it looks like a Mustang. I mean, it kind of looks like a Mustang, as one website put it. A baby Mustang is being birthed out of an SUV because the front of it. You need to see pictures of the front. I'll show you pictures after the video.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
It's interesting, but it looks really cool. I like it. So,
yeah.
But we're going to have to end the video here. We kind of went a little over on time. I apologize for that.
Yeah, and like, subscribe, comment down below.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter and Twitch.
And check out our Thursday video where we're talking about some new upcoming video game stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff coming for Game Pass. I'm real excited.
It's time.
So, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining us at J&J's Lowdown, and take care.
Take care.